Hey everyone, welcome to Age and Education channel. Today we shall look into the chapter plants. So, why are the plants important? Have you ever thought of as why do we have to uh, plant more trees? No, na? Okay. Now we shall see the importance of plants and why do you have to plant more trees. Okay. One thing I just want to let you know is that life is possible only because of plants. Okay. It is like without plants, no one can survive. So it is super important that you plant more trees. Okay. And take care of your environment. Now let us see why the plants are important. They clean the air. What do? They clean the air. In what way they will clean the air? You all know, right? What do we breathe in? We take in oxygen. What is it? Oxygen, right? And we give out, what do we give out? Carbon dioxide. Okay? We do breathe in and breathe out every second. Not every second. Every, what do you call, in little time itself we keep on doing that. But have you ever thought of what do you want while you're inhaling the air and what are you releasing when you're exhaling the air? When you are taking the air inside through your nose, okay, we want oxygen. Okay, the air has so many other components that you will see later, but what we take from the air is oxygen. Our body absorbs oxygen from the air and it gives out when we are exhaling. It means when we are releasing the air, the carbon dioxide goes out. Okay, so what we need oxygen, right? So we need more and more oxygen, right? So for that, the plants will be of much help. In what way? Plants take in the carbon dioxide. So we don't want more carbon dioxide on the earth, right? So the plants will absorb the carbon dioxide. It will take everything for us, okay, to help us, to protect us. And what does it do? It gives us oxygen, right? So when it is giving oxygen, it is helping us, and when it is taking off the carbon dioxide from the earth, it is helping us. So it is very important, super important to take care of what? Plants. It is like they are making fresh air for us. Okay, that is the reason our parents always say that if you have to go down like near the plants, we'll go to parks. It's because there'll be so many plants over there and you will get fresh air. Okay, so what are the examples? Trees in parks and forests help us breathe easier. Okay, so it is very important that you take care of the plants. Next, what do they do? The other important thing is they give us food. Okay, so you see, the food just won't come from nothing, right? The plants, what they do, they are the only things that can make their own food. What do the plants do? They will make their own food. Life is possible only because the plant makes its own food. Okay, so with this, the plants making their own food, only because of this the life is possible. Okay, this point is so important. Okay, because every organism, every human being, and every other animal, what they need to survive, they need food and water. Yes, air is also important. Okay, even for air, the plants are helping, right? And for here, food and water, with regard to food, the plants are making its own food. And we depend on plants, right? Animals, and we depend on plants for our food needs. So we will get energy to do everything, right? You kids are all energetic, right? Yes. So, how will they help us? Many of the foods we eat will come from plants. Like we get fruits, we get vegetables and other grains. They are like nature's grocery store. So funny, right? Nature's grocery store. Okay. What are the examples? Apples from apple trees, corn from corn plants, right? Next, what do the plants do? They provide the homes. In what way they will provide homes? We won't stay on the trees, right? Yes, they provide homes for the animals. Okay, so birds might build nests in trees and insects find homes in flowers. A tree can be a home for birds, squirrels, and bugs. Have you ever seen squirrels running through the trees and all that? Yes. Have you seen the birds sitting on the tree? You have seen that, right? So it provides homes to some animals. Okay. Next, it will make the world beautiful. Plants add color and beauty to our world, right? So whenever, have you ever seen making gardens and all that? What is the importance they give for the gardens? They'll feel like the garden has to be appealing, colorful, right? So we will feel happy when we see that. Okay, and you kids will also play in the gardens, right? Yeah. So plants will be useful to it will make the surroundings so much beautiful, and they help us relax. Why will we feel relaxed? It's because plants will give fresh air, will make the air fresh, right? Will clean the air, in the sense it will take the carbon dioxide and will give oxygen, and the oxygen is so helpful for all of us, and if we breathe in so much of oxygen, you will feel relaxed. Okay, so being around plants make us feel happy and calm, right? They're great for playing in or just enjoying on a sunny day. Sitting in a garden or park can make you feel relaxed and peaceful. So plants are like our friends in nature, helping us breathe, eat, have fun, and enjoy the beauty around us, right? So there are many more uses of plants too. Okay, I'll tell you later. In the next slide you can see about all that, but for now the most important things have been covered here. Okay, next, how plants survive. Okay, we have talked so much about the plants, but how will the plants survive? You should know, I told you that plants will make its own food, right? So when the plants are making their own food, you should also know how will they do that, right? You should always ask questions, okay? If you ask questions, you will get answers, okay? So how will the plants survive? Making food. How they do it? Plants use a process called photosynthesis. What is it? What is the process called? Photosynthesis. See, from now till you are done with your studies, you keep on listening about this word. Photosynthesis, photosynthesis. So it's better that you learn the spelling of photosynthesis very well and keep this in your brain. Okay, very well, so that it will stay forever. Okay, repeat it as many times as possible. Photosynthesis, and write. Okay, photosynthesis. What is it? To make their own food, they take sunlight. What will they do? They will take sunlight. The process, like the plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. And what do they do? It will make food, and it will release the oxygen into the air. Food for itself and oxygen for us, right? So it is taking in carbon dioxide, and so is helping us, and it is giving out oxygen, and so it is helping us. So what do you see here? Sunlight. So if there is no sunlight, plants can make no food, right? So sunlight is also important, and water is also important. Okay, and carbon dioxide also is important. So with all this, only the plants can make its own food. When one is not there, then the plants won't survive. Okay, so you have to ensure that there is proper sunlight for the plants, and you have to give it water, and carbon dioxide anyways it will take from the atmosphere. You need not do anything for that. Okay, and there's plenty of carbon dioxide all around us because of so many polluting things around us, right? Okay, so what it will give? It will make its own food, and it will give us oxygen for us. Okay, especially for us. So if it is taking care of us so much, then isn't your responsibility to give back something, right? You water your plants every day. You will have, if you are in a flat apartment like that, you will have plants in your balconies, right? So go there and water the plants and help your parents. Okay. Next is, what is the example? The green parts of plants like leaves are like tiny factories making food using the sunlight. Okay, so which part of the plants make the food? It is leaves. Okay, so leaves are called as tiny, not the tiny factories as such. This is the word as your kids I have used it. Okay, so leaves are called as food factories. What is it? Food factories. Okay. So they are like tiny factories. They make their own food using what? Using sunlight, they make their own food. Okay. The green parts of the plant. Green is so important. Why is green important? So there's sunlight, water, carbon dioxide. For all this, where is green associated with, right? A question again in your brain. You should always ask questions while you're studying. Okay. Make a habit of it. Now, sunlight, see here, it's because why green is important is because there is the chlorophyll, a pigment called as chlorophyll. Okay, only if the chlorophyll is present, the plant will acquire the capability of making its own food. It means that until and unless there is chlorophyll, the plant can't make its own food. Okay, so it is so simple. Photosynthesis is a process where you need sunlight. You know sunlight, right? You can easily remember that. Sunlight, and you need water. Even we need water, right? So plants also need water. Okay. Next, carbon dioxide. Okay. With all these, and also chlorophyll. Okay. Chlorophyll. What you get is food, and food for the plant. Okay, food is this food is for the plant itself, not for us. Okay, food for plant, and we get oxygen. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere. And what is this process called? It is called photosynthesis. Okay, as I have mentioned, repeat it again and again. Okay, so okay, done about the food. But how will the plant get the water from? Where will it get the water from? How they do it? Plants have roots. Okay, so you all know about the plant roots and all that, right? So plants have roots. Okay, and that roots reach into the soil to absorb water. So where will the water come from? Come into the soil? Where from will it come into the soil? Question, right? So see, when there is rain, then the water falls onto the soil, right? And some water will go into the ground, under the ground, right? So when there are roots, what it does is it will reach the ground, under the ground so much, okay, so that it can absorb the water. Then, so in that manner, the plants will get the water. The roots act like straws to drink up the water they need. You understood, right? A big tree's roots can spread out far and wide to find enough water. Okay? Big tree means it needs more water, right? So if it needs more water than if it has little roots, then it can't reach a wide area, right? So it should have big roots, like very much penetrating roots, longer roots. Yes? Okay. Next is breathing. What is it? Breathing. The term here, the breathing term here means that it is something related to giving out one gas and taking in one gas. Okay, so the actual term to be used here is not breathing. This is not right. Okay, but for now, for second grade, it's enough if you think that it is breathing. Okay, so what is it all about? It is about taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Okay, so plants have tiny openings on their leaves called stomata. Through these, they take in carbon dioxide and release what? Oxygen. Okay, through what? Like how we have nose, in the same manner these leaves have stomata. Okay, so with stomata they take in the carbon dioxide and give out the oxygen. Okay, next is growing in different places. So plants can adapt to live in many different environments. Okay, so they can live in many different environments. Like one type of plants can live in forests and other types can live in deserts and some other types can live in lakes. So each variety of the plant will get used to living in different environments. Okay, adapt means that. Okay, they get used to living in different environments. And so some like lots of water while others can survive with very little. See how different the plants are, right? So some need so much of water to live and some needs very little water to live. Okay, like cacti, we say cactus, right? Cactus plants where you can find deserts. Okay, they can survive with little water. How will they do that? They will store the water in their thick stems. Okay, next is spreading seeds. Plants spread their seeds to grow new plants. They might use the wind, animals, or even water to move their seeds to new places. So until and unless plants spread their seeds, how can you expect new plants to get, right? So we will end the class here and in the next class we will see more about the plants. Okay, see you, bye. Watch it at least 2 times, okay, so that everything will sit in your brain. Okay, if you are done with first time itself, if you get to understand everything, then it's very good. Okay, but if you won't understand, then you make sure that you go through it again and then you can understand. Okay, don't worry, be happy, study well. Bye, see you.